vapor pressure of a liquid. We know all of the liquid evaporate, some to a little extent and some to a greater extent, but all the liquids have tendency to form vapors. Okay, now first I define it, then I'll explain. Okay, vapor pressure of a liquid is the pressure exerted by vapors of a liquid over the surface of liquid when both are in equilibrium. Okay, this is called vapor pressure of a liquid. Let's find out meaning of this definition, then I'll read this definition again, you will understand. If suppose I have got water in a beaker and the beaker is closed from the top. As you remember from our 11th class knowledge, whenever we have to establish an equilibrium, the system has to be closed. Okay, so this is a closed system where you have water. In this beaker, this water will have tendency to form vapors. The vapor will start collecting on top of the liquid by a process which is called evaporation. So initially the water will evaporate by the process of evaporation and there will be formation of vapor. The vapors also have another tendency to convert back into liquid by a process which is called as condensation. So as there is collection of vapor, both the processes are happening. There is evaporation as well as there is condensation. That's why we need a closed system. Okay, for equilibrium to be attained, there should be a forward process, there should also be a backward, a reverse process. So equilibrium attain कब होगा? When rate of evaporation becomes equal to the rate of condensation. That condition will be called equilibrium. Now what is this rate? Rate in general means the speed. Like for example, you say if 1000 molecules evaporate per second, then 1000 molecules should also condense in that 1 second. Then we will say that rate of evaporation has become equal to the rate of condensation, and that situation will be called equilibrium. Okay. Now what is so important about equilibrium? Once equilibrium is established, the amount of vapor will not change. The amount of liquid will also not change, because if some molecules are evaporating and at the same time some molecules will, equal number of molecules will condense also. So vapors will remain constant in amount and the liquid will also be in a constant amount. Once this situation has been reached, then these vapors, a collection of vapors, will exert some pressure on the surface of liquid. So now we can define what is vapor pressure of the liquid. The pressure exerted by vapors of the liquid over the surface of liquid when both are in equilibrium. Okay, but one important point that is still we need to add to this definition is at a given temperature. So when we are defining this, we are defining it at a particular temperature. If temperature changes, the same liquid will have a different vapor pressure. So now let's read out the definition again. The pressure exerted by vapors of a liquid over the surface of liquid when both are in equilibrium at a particular temperature is called vapor pressure of that liquid. Now before we go to the other parts of it, let's find out the unit in which you express vapor pressure. Being a pressure, it is to be expressed in any unit of pressure. आपने states of matter chapter में pressure के बहुत सारे unit पढ़े, वो सभी use कर सकते हो. You can use torr, bar, millimeters of mercury, centimeters of mercury, atmosphere, Newton per meter square, Pascal, सभी unit pressure के vapor pressure को भी express कर सकते हैं. But coming chapter में most of the time we are using atmosphere as the unit of pressure, vapor pressure. Okay. Now let's go further. The factors on which this depends. Factors on which vapor pressure depends. So there are only actually basically two factors. One is temperature. For temperature, it is direct relation, directly proportional. Vapor pressure of a liquid will be more at higher temperatures and the vapor pressure will decrease with fall in temperature. Very easy to understand, because when you raise the temperature of the liquid, that the amount of vapors formed will be more. You know, water will evaporate less at room temperature, but if you heat water, the vapors form will be more. Naturally, vapor pressure will also be more. So in general, how temperature affects vapor pressure? It's a direct relation. Higher temperatures, the same liquid will show higher vapor pressure. Okay. The second factor on which vapor pressure depends is nature of liquid. Now here we mean nature of liquid actually concerns the strength of intermolecular forces of attraction. Strength of intermolecular forces of attraction. Intermolecular forces of attraction. Now here the thing is reverse. Greater the strength of intermolecular forces, lower will be the vapor pressure of the liquid, and weaker the intermolecular forces of attraction, more will be the vapor pressure of the liquid. So here the relation was direct and here it is inverse. For example, रूम टेम्परेचर पे आपको पता है एक बीकर में पेट्रोल रख दो, जल्दी से इवेपोरेट हो जाएगा, पानी रखो तो टाइम लगेगा. दिस इंडिकेट्स पेट्रोल has got higher vapor pressure and lower intermolecular forces of attraction, and between the water molecule the intermolecular forces are quite strong because of hydrogen bonding, so naturally its vapor pressure will be low. So these are only the two factors on which the vapor pressure of a given liquid depends. Now this part of the discussion will be like, we'll be taking it again when we'll be studying certain ideal solution laws. Okay, so there we'll be dealing with vapor pressure over the solution. सॉल्वेंट के ऊपर वेपर प्रेशर है तो सोल्यूशन बनने के बाद उसके ऊपर भी एग्जिस्ट करेगा, तो एक सॉल्यूशन का भी एक वेपर प्रेशर होगा. और अगर सॉल्वेंट और सोल्यूट दोनों लिक्विड है तो सोल्यूशन के ऊपर दो तरह के वेपर प्रेशर होंगे, वेपर प्रेशर ड्यू टू सॉल्वेंट एंड वेपर प्रेशर ड्यू टू सोल्यूट. वी कॉल देम पार्शियल प्रेशर ऑफ ईच कंपोनेंट. सो इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस,